What's up, friends? It's Volt Firecore. Welcome back to Set Showcase. Now, we're actually doing a pretty interesting one today. As you see, I do not have any cards. I'm lazy. I need to get these set showcases out because, you know, I like showcasing the Mons more than making them really aesthetic looking. So the Galarian Zapdos one, unfortunately, is probably going to be a rare type of set showcase, even though you're probably not even going to watch that one since it's kind of old at the moment. And if you didn't watch it, you don't want to watch it now. But I made cards for that particular one with like pretty stuff. So just go check that video out. And if it does get really popular or something, I'll start doing it more. Just no reason to do it unless people start craving it or something. But as you see by the thumbnail, we're going to be taking a look at my second favorite Mon, Mega-Mawile, or Mega-Maw, whatever you want to call it. Now this Mon, it's fucking disgusting. Well, not disgusting, it's epic. I love this Mon, design-wise and power-wise. Alright, so taking a look at this Mon, like, it's pretty normal, like, base 150 attack, like some defense. This doesn't really look like a really good buff to its other form. Usually they get some crazy stuff like, I don't know, Blastoise got Mega Launcher and all that kind of stuff, but then you scroll up, and then you see that ability, and you're like, oh no. No. You can't tell me they gave this Mon, with 105 attack, huge fucking power. Huge power is just like pure power, or, yeah, it just, well, I'm just gonna click it, and you can take a look for itself. Actually, it doesn't even show. Okay, well, I'll just state what it does. It doubles the attack, just straight up. No, like, shenanigans, no, like, thing with Zacian, like it buffs the attack like by 1. No, this is just like a straight up, like, just double of attack. No nothing. This is the exact same ability as Azumarill, and Azumarill's kind of a monster. Like, of course, Azumarill has access to Belly Drum, but this Mon, I'm pretty sure by just switching in, not counting like Zamazenta or anything, no, Zacian, this Mon has like the highest attack just straight up without any buffs. Like, its ability is technically a buff, but it's not like a Sword Dance or something like that. Because Zacian, technically, of course, it has base 170 or 180 attack, and it gets a +1 inside of attack by just existing. So that one is technically stronger. But this Mon, whew, gets up to 210 attack. Now, if we go over inside of the, I'll just switch this over to National Dex. Anything goes, since that's kind of important. National Dex AG, so we can take a look at all the Mons. Let's just go by attack. So as we see right here, we have Mega Mewtwo X, which technically has the highest attack, but, you know, like, there are plenty of Mons out there that I personally think are stronger. I don't know why, just when I see a Kartana, I'm a little bit more afraid of the Kartana than the Mega Mewtwo X. Maybe that's just because I don't play enough Ubers with it, but Kartana's just really scary to me, especially since it has, you know, those abilities. But most Pokemon, you know, they have those disgusting abilities, like Beast Boost on Kartana, Skill Link, Intrepid Sword, basically just all these annoying attacks. As one with the Calyrex, these disgusting abilities. But Mawile, at a basic form, it would be pretty subpar actually for a Mega. But it just gets that insane attack. So the whole reason why this Mon is OU and not Ubers is because it is kind of slow as a snail. I'm pretty sure it gained like 5 base points instead of speed through Mega Evolution, which is cool. But, you know, it's still kind of slowpoke. But, of course, I have a couple sets to use this legendary Mon. So let's take a look at these sets. Alright, so I have a few sets today, and these are the ones I personally like to use. And, they have the stats that do something. Like, I'm pretty... What was the exact... I'll check what the stat distribution does later. But, first Mon we have is Mega-Maw, which of course keeps its base ability, which is Intimidate. There's literally no reason to run Sheer Force or Hyper Cutter, just run Intimidate. It's very helpful. Something that would normally OHKO you with like Earthquake or something, you're gonna live it, or, you know, lower their attack. But anyways, with this amount of speed, it can outspeed Sassy Mega Venusaur. Sorry about that cut there, but I just had to check. So that's enough to outspeed minimum speed or like negative speed nature Venusaur. So Mon, like a Mega Venusaur that wants to go for like Earthquake, along with going for like Giga Drain or something, a weird mix set. So anything below that, it outspeeds that too, which is cool, I guess. But this Mon is not supposed to be fast. This Mon is supposed to go for its legendary insane power. I don't know why I have knockoff and Sucker Punch, but this is probably a Smogon set. Probably. Whatever. We got Mega-Mawile here first with the SD. So of course the Mon that has insane attack is also going to have access to Swords Dance, which is absolutely hilarious. You can get that attack all the way up to like 600 and then you double it. It's nasty. It's nasty. Play rough for some stab. Sucker Punch, because, you know, this Mon, I think it would be a lot worse if it didn't have Sucker Punch. It's just such a great thing to have on this Mon. Of course, if people decide to, you know, bait out your Sucker Punches, annoying. But still, it's a priority move on a Mon with insane attack. Of course, it's going to be a very good thing to have on the Mon. Alright, I just had to check and make sure Knockoff was actually a part of this Mon set, but it seems Smogon inside of National decks, they deem Knockoff as a good move. You can also run Thunder Punch, which I will cover later, specifically for rain teams or something, but I wouldn't advise to be putting your Mawile out in the face of a Scald, because if you get burnt, you're literally going to go back to being normal Mawile, and that ain't good. You don't want that. But yeah, insane power on this Mon right here. The next set we have is the All-Out Attacker set. This Mon has some pretty good coverage with it. Unfortunately, Iron Head is not really a used move that much, even though it's stab and very strong. This Mon has Play Rough, Thunder Punch, Sucker Punch, and Fire Fang. This is if you don't want to go for the whole Swords Dance, because Mawile, it can two-shot pretty much everything. Swords Dance, of course, it makes it so it can like one-shot everything. But with this is kind of just if you want to get it in there and get it out. You don't need to try to sweep this Mon. It's more just late game if your opponent has a bunch of real slow Mons, or Mons that are not going to be able to break this Mon, since it has some, you know, some pretty decent bulk. Well, HP is kind of bad, but you know, base 125 is nothing to sneeze at. This Mon can come in, get a kill, of course go for Sucker Punch, just a very, very strong late game Mon. I've seen multiple games where people just lead off with Mega-Mawile. They don't have anything for it, and it is just a slaughter fest. It is crazy. But of course, that's like on certain teams, or going against like really slow teams, or people who don't know how to play around Sucker Punch or stuff like that. But whatever. Next, we're going to be covering my personal favorite set, the only way I personally like to use Mega-Mawile, and that's on Trick Room. So this Mon is the zenith of a Trick Room Mon. Look at that speed. Getting down to under 100 is basically like, that's all you need for a Trick Room Mon. But looking at these stats, of course, it is going to be very beneficial to just slap it all inside of defense, so it can like live an Earthquake if it doesn't one-shot everything. Now, you can run Swords Dance on Trick Room, but I'm personally not a really big fan of going for setup moves with Trick Room. That's why most Mons who are really good inside of Trick Room can either like buff themselves, like Stack Attacker or Glacier or stuff like that. Glacier? But yeah, you can run like Power Up Punch on Mega-Mawile or something, but I think these attacks are perfectly fine. You can kind of just bring people down to low amounts with these attacks, which this one does run Iron Head. Of course, you got Thunder Punch. I just kind of wanted to put in Iron Head, since that's usually what I do, and Fire Fang, which I think is kind of a given. I don't think this Mon has access to anything like, it has Brick Break, which you could use for like Rain Ferrothorn, but if you're going against a Rain Ferrothorn, you're probably fucked to begin with. So yeah, probably bring something else. Anyways, you can basically do whatever the fuck you want with this Mon. It is so fun to use. I think I will be making a video on it inside the future, since I don't think I've made a Mega-Mawile team yet. I've done normal Mawile, so probably should actually hit some of these Mons that I say I really like, but I don't make any videos on them. Next set we have is the Power Up Punch set. You have to just show it off, since like I see it every once in a while, but still, like, some people don't expect it. When you have the Sucker Punch and the Power Up Punch, it's kind of just a guessing game. Wait, did I? Yeah, I just had to make sure I had Intimidate on that one. With Power Up Punch, of course, you get +1 attack, which already monstrously, like, it's kind of unneeded, but whatever you want to do, man. If you literally want to kill everything with Sucker Punch, there you go. Fire Fang and Play Rough, this kind of covers all the bases. Oh, this Mon just gets to insane levels of attack. Its shiny, unfortunately, is kind of, I don't know, just doesn't look too nice to me personally. It's interesting to see. And then the final set we have is going to be the meme set. Okay, so this is just going off of my past experience. I've used Mega-Mawile like not too much, but I've used it quite a bit. It's a real fun mon to use. So of course I have to just throw it inside of a team, trick room teams, just playing inside of random battle, monotype, all that kind of stuff. I've messed around with this mon. Random battle, yeah, random battle. But one thing I've always noticed is people always switch out into like an Intimidate mon, or just some kind of like Mawile switch in, since there are only a few of those that exist, since this mon is just so offensively strong. That's why I'm pretty sure Intimidate spam is a really viable strategy to take down Mega-Mawile, since Intimidate's pretty busted. It's nerfed, but it's still busted. That's why I decided to slap on a Focus Punch. Now, Focus Punch is an absolutely monstrously powerful attack, but you gotta wait for your boy to leave. So, if they hit you while you're inside of the charging or like focusing, you lose your focus and then it just does absolutely nothing. So it is easier, so it just totally prediction reliant. You're like just kind of expecting your opponent to go into something, which, you know, if someone wants to go into like an Incineroar or something, because it has Intimidate, I don't really know how much a -1 Mawile would do with Sucker Punch, but you know, you never know. You really never know. One thing you could do if you really wanted to counter Intimidate, you could like put on a Hyper Cutter, something like that, stay inside a normal form or something, and then expecting their switch. I don't know, that's probably a stupid thought process, but Intimidate's just far superior in every way. Play Rough, Sucker Punch, Focus Punch, and Swords Dance. If you do scare someone out with the Swords Dance, you got Sucker Punch, Focus Punch. But if people start catching on that, yeah, Focus Punch, it's just going to be a game of reading. And recently, I have like not seen anyone use Focus Punch, even on like subsets, which there aren't that many mons that I think can use Focus Punch viably inside their set. The last one I've seen is like some National Dex Balloons and something, and that's pretty much it. It's not really a move that people use, so it's kind of a sneak strategy. If you really want to one-shot something with a 150 base power move, there you go. Call the switch. But that's the meme set. So going over there again, this mon is insanely strong, has pretty bad speed, but that gets totally patched up if you want to use it on Trick Room. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this. I want to do more mons that I actually have more of a connection to. I've made a few set showcases that don't really have much of a, I don't have much of a connection to something like Obstagoon or Pinchurkin. Like, Pinchurkin's cute, but Mega-Mawile, that's close to my heart, man. This thing's like legendary. But with that being said, guys, please recommend me a mon to do a showcase on inside the future. This one I didn't really have much for, since it kind of just destroys things. There's no weird, funny set that you can kind of do with this mon other than either put on Swords Dance, 4 attacks, or, yeah, either just 4 attacks, Trick Room, Swords Dance, or Power Up Punch or something. And then you got Volt Fire Course Signature. Ooh, Focus Punch. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and keep on the lookout for my videos.